The grip is the first one, the unit turn, the loading, the acceleration, the contact point, the follow through, and the finish. I will break down the forehand for beginner, intermediate, and advanced players. So I will have 6 stages or 6 focus points on the forehand, which will be the grip is the first one, the unit turn, the loading, the acceleration, the contact point, the follow through, and the finish. So it's a lot of points to go through, and for each point I will demonstrate how it should look like, and I will give you some tips on how to improve those certain areas. And the best way, guys, to support the channel, please subscribe and turn the notification button on. The best way to get the newest info, I would really appreciate. We are at checkpoint number 2, which is the turn. This is a very important point for a tennis player. So you rarely see a Novak or Rafa or anyone late on their shots, and that's because they split and turn very fast. So they see where the ball goes and they split, they see it's coming to the forehand, and they're already here. So that is key. So an early turn will help you to not be late on the ball. The next thing, the non-dominant arm on the unit turn or on the shoulder turn, I like to say always to the players, form an L with your hand, put it here on the racket, heart or throat, and the left hand manipulates the racket like this and adjusts the racket on the take back, and it stays on until you feel the pre-stretch in the back muscles in the upper part. So you split, you turn, and while you turn, your left hand gets the racket in this position. So a couple of points to have in mind now when you are up here. So the racket is around head level right here. I always say the strings point to the crowd. That's a visual like players like to have, and see how long I'm here with my left hand, right? So racket is up, strings point to the crowd. And it's very important that the players get used to that very early, because the pre-stretch here, this pre-stretch, gonna make it so much easier later on the release, and getting them used to early, instead of what happens a lot of time when the players take the racket, they take the racket back, right? But they take the racket back, but there's no rotation in the upper body. And how you can show your players how to rotate in the upper body is, easy way, I let the players have the racket and the arms out, and I just let them rotate against the lower body on both sides. Here we go. See how flexible you are? And that's how they actually feel for the first time right here, what it means to, and then on the progression, you have them turn like this here, right? So, but the first thing is having them here, rotating against the legs and the lower body. That's going to make them understand, oh, here's something happening, here's a pre-stretch. And another important point of the shoulder turn is, it all starts at the beginning, right? So we see so many times that the players have the elbows so close to the body. So in that shoulder turn, have the racket out and in front at the beginning. I always say air it out a little bit here, have the racket here, and make them understand now, once you did all this here, that they start out here, and now when they rotate and stay on the right side here and the strings point to the crowd, they have spacing here, because you want to later on pull from here, right? They want to pull from here. So they do not want to internal rotation here. They want to stay out here and they want to pull. So that is so important. The beginning determines already how this is going to look like. And another tip, if that doesn't work well and they fall back into the old pattern, what they can do is they split and let the elbow go a little bit up so they can't go too far over there. So that's another way how to fix it. So they turn, and the elbow goes a little bit up, palms down, like the strings point a little bit down and to the side, and then they step in and pull from the right side. So that's another great way how you can have the players keep everything on the right hand side and not on the outside and not having them pull the racket too far around the body. So that, say the two ways we said is the arms out from the beginning, and if that doesn't help on the rotation, then you let them get the elbow a little bit up so they do not turn too far around. So that was the turn.